Imagine this, a small stand by the roadside. No staff, no cameras, just fresh fruits and vegetables, lined up neatly and a small box to drop your money in. In Japan, these unmanned stalls are real and, more surprisingly, the items rarely get stolen. How is that even possible? The answer doesn't lie in school education or strict law enforcement. It lies in how people are raised in the quiet, everyday moments that shape their values. Chapter 1. Morals taught without words. In Japan, children learn right from wrong, long before they take moral education in school. But who teaches them? Not just teachers. It's parents, grandparents, older siblings, neighbors, the entire community. A mother saying, "Take that money to the police station." A grandmother whispering, "Don't run around the store, it's embarrassing." A father quietly stopping his child from taking too many snacks. At a friend's house, these aren't angry scoldings. They're subtle lessons about shame, about how your actions reflect on your family and yourself. Chapter 2. Who teaches kids to read the air? In Japan, there's a unique skill called reading the air, knowing what others feel without them saying a word. But who teaches that? There's no class for it. Instead, kids learn from the people around them. Walking to school, younger kids mimic the quiet, respectful behavior of older students. At local festivals, if a senior picks up trash, juniors follow suit. A neighborhood aunt casually says, "Hey now, that's not okay," and smiles. In Japan, society itself is the classroom, and every adult is an unofficial teacher. Chapter 3. The power of shame, not just law. In Western cultures, morality often revolves around guilt and the fear of punishment. In Japan, it's about shame and how your behavior affects the people around you. Even if you're not caught, a Japanese person might think, "What would my neighbors say? How would my parents feel? I'd bring shame to my grandfather." That invisible pressure is often stronger than surveillance cameras. Chapter 4. Trust as a cultural legacy. This didn't happen overnight. After World War II, Japan rebuilt itself, not just with infrastructure, but with trust. People had nothing, but they had each other. They waited in line quietly for rationed rice. Parents taught kids to return the wrong shoes if they brought them home by mistake, picking up a lost wallet and turning it in. Just common sense. Over generations, being trusted became a point of pride, a deeply held value. Chapter 5. Trust isn't weakness, it's strength. In the West, the absence of control is often seen as vulnerability. But in Japan, not being controlled is a sign of trust. And trust is strength. Unmanned shops don't work because no one wants to steal. They work because people don't want to be someone who steals. That difference makes all the difference. Chapter 6. Japan's everyday wonders through foreign eyes. Visitors to Japan are constantly amazed by things like people leaving their wallets on cafe tables to save a seat, lost phones and purses actually being returned, charity boxes at convenience stores filled with coins and bills. None of these rely on tech. They rely on something far more fragile and powerful: human decency. When no one's watching, Chapter 7. In an AI-powered world, can trust survive? We're entering an era of facial recognition, automated payments, and AI surveillance. But maybe Japan reminds us of a more important question. Should we really be replacing trust with technology? Or should we ask ourselves how to preserve the trust that once made societies work, without needing to be watched? Final thoughts: who raised you to be that kind of person? Japanese people don't avoid stealing just because they memorized morals, and not because they fear the law. They do it because someone taught them to be that kind of person, not through a textbook, but through example, through life, through love. It wasn't a formal lesson. It was a quiet voice beside you, the parent, the neighbor, the older sibling saying, "That's not who we are." Hope Reactor Ultra. Welcome to Hope Reactor, where we explore the invisible forces that make society work. If this story gave you hope, perspective, or a new question to ask, consider subscribing. Let's rediscover the stories that shape humanity together.